And after Reverend Edmead, we'll have the national anthem. Okay? DJ, when Reverend Edmead. Good evening. So for the opening prayer, I'd like to make sure we invite our leaders who are here. So our comrade leaders, if you can join us on stage for the prayer. You can run a little music, DJ, while all leaders come. So tonight we have a packed night. We have almost all of our leaders here. So we see them coming here. A round of applause for leaders. Can we not invite our leaders? These are comrade leaders. So we have the Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley from number 1. Honorable Convis Maynard from number 2. Number 3. Honorable Samuel Duggins from number 4. And of course, the man of the hour, our Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew from our very own number 8. So, and I want to see my Jesus someday. And Nasa is here. Nasa is here. Honorable. Honorable. We're speaking it. It's coming. It's coming. I want to see my Jesus. Reverend Edney. Come on, everybody sing. I've got my mind made up, and I won't turn.
Good night to all of you. Let us pray. Every praise, as we have sung tonight, is to our God. In all our ways, let us acknowledge him, and he will direct our path. Father God, we thank you for coming here this evening. We thank you for your love and your protection and for your guidance during the past months. Father God, as we continue this meeting, let us ask the guidance and blessings of the Holy Spirit upon this public meeting this evening. And we pray, oh God, that whatever is done here will redound to the benefit of your kingdom here on earth. Father God, we ask the guidance of the Holy Spirit upon this service this evening. And we pray, oh God, as you have direct contact with us this evening, dear Father. Father God, we ask your blessings upon each and every one of us who is here this evening, listening and taking notes of what is going to happen for the next week during our Labor Day march and other activities that is organized by the Labour Party. Father God, we ask you to bless the organizers of this public meeting this evening. And Father God, we just bring them before you once more as they continue to do their work in this part of their vineyard. Father God, we ask you to strengthen them. Give them the courage and determination and the perseverance, dear Father, to continue to do good for our country. Father God, bless them once more. And as we go forward in your name, we just ask God to continue to guide them and to do good, dear Father, to all and sundry. Father God, bless us all as we go. In Jesus' precious name, amen. Amen.
Thank you very much, Reverend Edmead. Can we now take a moment to stand for a playing of the national anthem? Thank you all very much. So I really wasn't planning to chair this meeting tonight. I'm going to be honest with you all. But tonight we have all of our comrade leaders here with us this evening, and I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to turn it over to your favorite host and hype man, Leon Nato Nelson, so he can take over this evening's proceedings. But thank you all for being here, and we are here to hear from you and for you to hear from our leaders. Thank you very much.
Comrades, let's just give our honorable senator a round of applause for starting this meeting tonight. DJ, give me a little music, man. Let me feel like I'm St. Peter's now.
We ready for them. Let them know we ready for them. Don't tell them so. Sorry for them. Let them know.
Comrades of Florida! But I like to say that, they say. I like when I say that, Comrades of Florida! Yeah, just last year was saying a lot of that, And you see, we know, it's an honorable thing now, Tell you now, yo. Labor is good. And all the time. Wonderful. Good night, my comrades. Welcome to St. Peter's with your favorite and wonderful government of the Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. Pleasant good evening to all, to my colleagues behind me, those in number 7, number 8, and all over. Pleasant good night to the citizens of St. Kitts-Nevis, here in St. Kitts, those in Nevis, those in the diaspora. Good night. Labour is here on the outside with our pre-Labor Day meetings. The Prime Minister said we ain't going back in, So I don't know if he mean after Labor Day we're still going to be on the outside. Again and again. Comrades, I had a moment to reflect earlier today. And I reflected on a civil case that I had some time ago leading up to elections. And I am one who fought for civil servants in St. Kitts-Nevis. And I do believe that civil servants should be able to express themselves, especially coming around Labor Day and Labor Day March. Yeah, you should go. However, what I want to reflect on is February 17, 2015. I don't know if many of you could remember that. You remember when they win the election in 2015, on the 17th of February, they kicked the people out of the office, put them in chair to sit long in the corridor, victimize them, send police to search them up. Remember that, comrades? That is why I'm so proud of this government. That is why I'm so proud of the Honorable Dr. Terence Joe. Because we ain't do that. We ain't do that. We allow the civil servants to continue to do their job. Do it nice, man. We allow them to continue to do their work. And look at what we have promised for them. And we are going to deliver. Minimum wage is going to increase. We are going to ease the squeeze, and soon enough, civil servants will be paid twice per month. We ain't interfering with nobody. We ain't say, oh, you vote so, you vote so, you vote so, and this is what for you. No, we ain't do that. We say continue. Because I know how hard it is when they send you home and they pay you. We ain't do that. Get rid of them? But, comrades, I am proud of how Dr. Joe, the Prime Minister, has handled the transition. I am proud of the other honorable members, how they have employed and promoted young people into positions. So Labour, they come out. Don't be ashamed of your government. Come out and Labour Day and say thank you. Mind me ain't telling you to give no rightsmanship or penmanship, you know. But put something for the placard and say Labour has done good for you. We have delivered in a short 7 months in government. We have delivered for the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. It's just last week, I think, the Honorable Marsha Henderson had a press conference. Never before in my life, I see a taxi man get up, take the mic and say, Lord, the country doing good. Because Honorable Marsha has done the work to bring back tourism to St. Kitts-Nevis. Every week, the taxi man them pull up the bank. Lord, I must see the taxi man them smiling. Huh? Every week, people coming in the St. Kitts. Oh, see, look at the lovely. I help up the steps there for me now. Help up this lovely lady up the steps for me, Honorable Marsha. Give me a hug there, give me a hug there, give me a hug there. Give me a hug, give me a hug. I tell you, comrades, feel good of your Labour government. In a short space of time, Honorable Canwy Spader has done plenty work in this country. The water getting there, the current getting there. It's only on Thursday last week, he tell you he gonna start the street, down Spratt Street, the road. We come down this morning, the road don't start. He has delivered. Why I tell you, only Labour could do that for you. But comrades, people of St. Kitts-Nevis, you got some little things bothering me, you know. You got some little things bothering me, man. Because you see, all the turmoil we had over the last 7 years, now we're trying to fix it. Some people don't understand that it's because they take up the $20 million why we can't do some things, you know. If you had that money there, you know how much people you could have put on the pop. If you not had that money there, you know how much people you could have put on the step. But they going to take up the government money. But we not use that as no excuse. We still putting things together for you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. But Lord, man, 20 minutes is a lot to take up one time. We're going to quit, you know. On the PM, the people say get rid of them. The people say let them go with the money. So we got to work out something. I don't know what you're going to do, but we got to work out something, PM. If they had concern about the people of St. Kitts-Nevis, they would not have been talking about $20 million can't be accounted for. And to tell you the truth, the PM playing noise, but it's much more than that, But I just can't tell until he tell you. It's much more than that. If we had that money, things would have been so much better in the economy. But we're gone. And what I do with it? But because of the innovative, the political will of this leader of this government, we are not using that as an excuse. The ministers are working, and they will continue to work for you. If we had the 20 million, probably we could have been Rihanna. But I can't talk to her because now somebody wake me up on Facebook, and yeah, I got to call Ike to defend me. But it's a lot of money. And if you didn't realize, let me do it now. You realize the honorable member for number 2 is here tonight. So she ain't resign. The honorable member for number 3 is here. So he ain't resign. Because them others on the next side, everybody are resign. But Labour still here. Labour is still here working for the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. Comrades, we have a lot to look forward to with Labour. And when you hear the ministers come forward tonight, you will appreciate what this Labour government has done in a short space of time, just 7 months, for the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. But I want to say a special thank you before I leave and bring the next speaker. Because when we had the public meetings, I said to the people of constituency number 8, make history. Bring the next prime minister from constituency number 8. And so you went out on election day and you voted handsomely for your prime minister, the Honorable Dr. Terrence Jew. So I must say thank you. I feel good. I feel good. I tell you do it and you do it too. Well, next one, we're going number 7. And what are we going to do over there? Comrades, let me bring the next presenter to you. Let me bring the next presenter to you. One of the hardest working ministers so far. One of the hardest working ministers so far. Every time she leave the country, she bring back something. She bring back either a plane load or something, or a boat load or something. A lot of something she bring back. She has delivered more than ever in the shortest space of time. I bring to the stage our Marsha, our Honorable Minister, Marsha Tamika Henderson.
Central. Too much number 2. I know that it's essential. You know that's important. To find a leader with credential in this next election. Come on. So I introduce to you Marsha Henderson. I say she's the one for you. Central, you want someone new. So I present to you Marsha Henderson. Hear what Central want you do. Clean up the whole of number 2. Cause too much of mess in number 2. Too much of mess.
She's just a girl and she's on fire.
Comrades of Labour, good night. And how we feeling? It feels good to be in the great state of St. Peter's, the state that delivered our Prime Minister, our competent and caring Prime Minister. St. Peter's, good night. And when me Central Bastia, people. Central Bastia. How we feeling? Good, 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 good. Things are definitely better with labor in Central Bastille. I telling any lie? Things are better with labor in Central Bastille. So when you see them talking, saying all kind of things, don't study them. Don't get distracted. So let me tell you something. You know, we had the incident with the Irish Town Primary School a few weeks ago, right? And the students had to be removed from the school. The government, your caring government, and the Minister of Education took a decision that we're going to go into the school and make it safer for the children. We believe that our children must be safe when they go off to school. Now, you know who was the previous Minister of Education? Okay, John L. Powell. And who was the previous representative for Central Bastille? The same minister. Now, you know when we went into that school, what we found? When we went into Irish Town Primary School, there's a portion of the school on the top that's unoccupied. The floor was falling in. Tons and tons of garbage. We had to go into the bathrooms and the classrooms. Luckily, the good people of Central Bastille came out in their numbers and volunteered. And the ministers too, the representatives, as usual, don't study them. They came out and they supported us in Central Bastille. We are not divided as they're making it out to be. All of us came out and we cleaned up that school. No more than that. The people in the community volunteered their services. So if you go down there, you would see the school is nicely painted. Painted on the outside. We had 6 painters from the community who came out and volunteered. We gave them a stipend, of course. But they came out and they volunteered the service for the children of Central Bastille. We should give them a round of applause tonight, comrades. And so, we are hoping to send our children back into a safe school. You see, when children are well taken care of, they will perform. You know that for the Consumer Affairs competition, Irish Town Primary School came first. We won the competition. And so, comrades, we need to ensure that the children of Central Bastille are safe. So come next school term, well, school starts tomorrow. And we're just finishing up the retaining wall. We put some cameras in. If you go by, you would see some fencing just to make sure that there's not easy access to the school premises, just to ensure that our children in Central Bastille are safe. Now, where was the former representative who got all this chat on Facebook? Where was the former representative years ago looking after the Irish Town School or even volunteering his time to help us to make the community safe? They really care about Central Bastille. They're trying their best to remain relevant. Nobody bothering with them, so they're picking up all kind of things so they could remain relevant. But we focus in Central Bastille, and things are definitely better with labor in Central Bastille. Other than the primary school, you heard us say, when we came around, you told us you wanted your roads. And the Minister of Infrastructure, don't bother with them, but we don't talk or we fall out, we're fighting with one another. That is not so. That is a blatant lie. And they're trying to distract us. The minister understands that we need roads in Central Bastille. And the first road we got was in Market Street. That's right, Lasky. And today, we're working on the road in Sprott Street. Things are definitely better with labor in Central Bastille. And so we continue, we thank you. We just came out of New Road. We sent a team just now down in New Road, and the people were like, oh my God, it's so good to see y'all. It felt so good being back on the road and seeing the good people in Central Bastille. So we just came out of New Road. We want to remain connected with our people, so we are embarking on a series of town hall meetings. So far, we've done 2 And these town hall meetings are by no means intended to replace the one-on-ones. We still will do the one-on-ones. But in the town hall meetings, we get to meet you in a big setting. We get to meet you collectively. And we get to talk about the issues that everybody is asking about. Housing. The houses are coming for people in Central Bastille. The Minister of Housing will tell you we have identified a spot up in Pine Gardens where we're going to do some town home styled homes in Shadwell. So we understand that we need houses and homes in Central Bastille, and we're listening to you. So look out, keep your ears to the ground. So we're listening, we're working in Central Bastille. The A-team continues to work as a unit, as a team. We are not divided. We continue to work as one, led by our competent Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew. Oh, that's a Terence Michael Drew. And outside of working in the constituency, comrades, we continue to deliver as a government. In 7 short months, it's 8 by now. In 8 short months, we have delivered and we continue to deliver. Comrade Nato was just telling you how we continue to deliver in tourism. We understand that tourism contributes more than 40% of our GDP. And so the cruise season comes to an end at the end of April, and we are on the ball with the stayovers. So we continue to work. We're going to make sure that those planes that come into RLB, they come full. All the talk, they're talking about music festival, people cannot get flights to come in. If you try to book a flight now, the flights are full, filled to capacity. And that is because we continue to work and make our destination, make St. Kitts. We continue to put St. Kitts on the map. And that is the caring, competent Labour A-team. Now, even in employment, and I don't want to bust the bubble too early, the Ministry of Labour and Employment, we have a big surprise, and we've made promises that we are going to deliver on. So I'm going to leave it for the Prime Minister to tell you at the right time what we've been working on behind the scenes. But this government cares about labor and labor relations. We care about our people, and we continue to do what we have to do. And so on Labor Day that's coming up next weekend, I want to encourage you to come out in your numbers. Stand with the party that has empowered the masses in this country. Stand with the labor movement. So we're going to come out next weekend, and we're going to come out in our numbers. And we're going to march to stand in solidarity with the workers. The St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party stands with the workers in this country. And so next week, we're looking forward to you coming out, marching with us. Come out in your colors, come out in your numbers as we march through the streets of Bastille, as we march through Central Bastille as well, and we stand with the workers in this country. So comrades, it's good to see you again. Thank you for coming out. I love you, and I miss all of you. Good night, comrades.
Central. Too much number 2 and number 2. I know that it's essential. You know that's important. To find a leader with credential in this next election. Come on. So I introduce to you Marsha Henderson. I say she's the one for you. Central, you want someone new. So I present to you Marsha Henderson. Hear what Central want you do. Bring up the wall and number 2. Cause too much of mess in number 2. Too much of mess.
Gone again, I would say those not how we choose. Then I got the heart like we. Not a work hard since 2003. You don't know nothing about we boy. Stop the labor party boy. You don't know nothing about we. Them na nothing about we. Them I got the heart like we.
Comrades, call your family, call your friends. Tell them the music festival gonna be good. Honorable Minister Marsha, we want more flights to the music festival. I don't know where you're gonna get them from, but I know you're gonna get them. We need more flights. My mother want to come, you know. Lord have mercy. Comrades, in a short space of time, these people from number 4 is saying that everything, almost everything they asked for during the campaign has been delivered. So while the minister do his walkthrough, they're asking for more things. So you have to deliver more again. But he could handle it, you know. He could handle it. I just want to make sure he gets some time to cuddle. Some cuddle time. Can we speak here? So I'm going to bring to you next the man who is the delivery man right now. The delivery man from number 4, Honorable Samuel Duggins.
Samuel. Red and ready. Red and ready. Been at the top so long, them want you fall off. Them still a drum your name, they want it scratch off. Samuel Duggins, we a vote for. Can't lose in another way you ban for. I'ma try to pull you down.
Unstoppable labor, comrades.
Only your fish, I go tell them say you're faster. Unstoppable. Who no see we are flappable. You want say we now make it well a hokum. I've been through the fire and flames and some have been through the cachato. I've been through the storm and the rain and labor people I get a do. Unstoppable.
Unstoppable comrades. How are we feeling tonight? We outside again. Unstoppable labor women. How we feeling tonight? Can I get a wow for my labor women looking so lovely? What about the unstoppable labor youth? How are we feeling tonight? That's right. Before I get started, P9640, I want you to know that your lights are on in your vehicle, and if you need to get home, you may want to turn them off before your battery runs down. But comrades, P9640, your lights are on in your vehicle. Comrades, 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 I bring greetings to you tonight from constituency number 4, the state where we are known for delivering. Coming into last election, everybody wondered, can number 4 come back from 351? Nobody has ever gone down 351 and come back. Is it possible? But we ain't only come back. We come back and give them 5 on top of that. And we did it in grand style. We come out first. We did it in grand style. Come out first. And that is because number 4 is ready to always deliver for the people, and I am ready to always deliver. What are they talking about? It's delivery. When we look at the old United Jets 2 years ago, everybody's saying, boy, you know, it's a nice young team. Delivery man come in and what? Boom, boom, bap, boom, boom, bap. Delivery man. All Jets now up there punching with everybody at the top. Huh? You waiting, but you under me. Yes, we talking about delivery. And when the people at Challenger said, Samuel Duggins, what we need in Stone Fort is this road to be fixed. We have asked for years and years for our road. What we need is this road to be fixed.
And I went and I consulted the A team. And I consulted the man from number 3. And the man from number 3 said to me, okay, Samuel, we're going to come together and we're going to deliver the road for Stonefort. And right there, boom, bam, bam, Stonefort get the road. Delivery again. Delivery again. And when we talk about sporting facilities, and the people from Half-a-Tree and Lambert say, Samuel Duggins, we want our sporting facilities for our children to play. And I said, okay, okay. And boom, bam, bam, delivery again. But let's talk about sports on a national level. Have we seen all these posts on Facebook about the deplorable condition of our sporting facilities left abandoned for the last 7 years? Kim Collins Pavilion, look at how it is looking right now. For such a world-class stadium built under Labour administration, and then look at what was done to it over the last few years. But I am saying to you, the good people of St. Kitts-Nevis, that come June, boom, bam, bam, delivery again. We're going to be rebuilding, we're fixing the track, and we fashioning the stadium. Come June. And we only started in January because we wanted sports to continue for the sports season. But boom, bam, bam, we're delivering. This is what it's all about. And as the Minister of Agriculture, I want to tell you that food security in this country is going to be the best that it has ever been, because boom, bam, bam, we're delivering again. The PM will tell you we have signed the MOU for one of the largest fish farms and processing facilities that the region has seen. Boom, bam, bam, we're delivering. What are they talking about? Boom, bam, bam. When we're talking about young people, and you look at the ministries, Ministry of Tourism, how old your PS is? Young. Ministry of Agriculture, young. Ministry of Small Business, young. Education, young. The youngest director, Creative Economy, young. What are we talking about? All across the civil service, we have been empowering our young people, making sure we provide opportunities for all our people. But if you listen to the noise, they will try to distract you. If you listen to the noise, they're going to want to tie you up and tie up your ears. Sometimes when they come to you, you just got to tell them, hush, the government at work. Hush, my ministers at work. Because all the noise will distract you if you pay attention to them. But the truth is the truth, and we have been delivering. And so, my people, I want us to not be dismayed and not be distracted. In every area that we are doing our work, we are delivering. You heard the PM, and he will talk for himself, talk about health and his ability to deliver there, and the land that he's already eyeing for a new hospital, ready to start this year. I am telling you, and as the Minister of the Creative Economy, as we launch the Creative Economy, I am happy to also tell you that the Creative Arts Center that we have been asking for nearly how much ever years, again, boom, bam, bap, should be delivered by the end of this year again. Delivery. Just the other day talking to somebody, and they can't believe it's just for over 7 or 8 months we're here. They're saying they feel like we're here so long because there's so much delivery they can't even imagine that it's so short. But you got it, pundits out there who want to distract you because they're done on the wayside and they want to make sure that you're paying them attention. Stop. When they come, tell them, hush. Government at work. Hush. Government at work. So, comrades, I want us to pay attention on Labor Day and come out and show the people that Labor is still strong and ready. We are all here together and have never been dysfunctional ever once we got together. One, you mean we're going to do everything that they don't do in however long in one term. That's what they're telling you. That all the work what they ain't get to do in 7 years, we're going to do it in one term. And that's what they're telling you. Everything that was out there to do, we're doing in one term. Hospital, one term. Creative Arts Center, one term. Roads, one term. Fisheries, one term. Tourism, one. Everything in one term. We ain't telling you wait until later. One term, we're doing all of it. And we're ready for the second term when we're done that to do more and more and more again. And so, comrades, I want to make sure to invite you out. And I see the young ladies here, the beautiful young ladies coming from Miss Labour. And on the 29th, let us not miss our ladies in action. And me ain't got to tell you that number 4 going to deliver again. Me ain't got to tell you that number 4 going to deliver again. Eh? Me ain't got to tell you that again. Remember, December in Parliament, you know, I tell them, watch out for the football team, we're coming for the cup. All them laugh. What are you talking about? That's a small team. Now all of them sweating, boy. Delivery. So, comrades, I want us to go out and support our young ladies on the 29th. And on Labor Day, I want us all to come out in our numbers, ready and ready to come out and show the world what Labor is made of. Because you're an agricultural open day, of course, Thursday and Friday. Come out in your numbers, and you're going to see what is happening in agriculture. Because a lot of people out there talking. Because, yes, they're out there talking. But if you come and see, you will see for yourself. A lot is going on in agriculture. A lot is going on in this country. And this government is hard at work for the people of this country. Delivering. And on top of that, oh yes, the agricultural open day. Kim Collins Highway. Right there. If you pass there now, you see the place looking lovely already. And a lot more work to still do. But it's going to be a spectacular event. So come on out. And I want to say to the people of number 4 and the people of this country, I know you have been crying out for homes. And I don't want to talk for the Honorable Shepherd because the Shepherd is hard at work. But I want to tell the people that the Shepherd has assured me that by the end of 2023, 600 families going to be shaking their keys and saying to our government, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are now homeowners. And you know what else he tell me? If you ain't get it in 2023, don't worry, because in 2024, 600 more. 600 more again. So comrades, look out for your government. We are here to serve you. Unstoppable Labor comrades. Can I get a wow, wow, wow? Unstoppable Labor women. Can I get a wow, wow, wow? Unstoppable people, I love you. Good night. And we're here to deliver again for all of you. Boom, bam, bap. Delivery man.
I'm the delivery guy. No, I'm the delivery guy. No girls never fit me. I'm the delivery guy. No girls never fit me. I'm the delivery guy. No girls never fit me. I'm the delivery guy. No girls never fit me. I'm the delivery guy. No girls never fit me.
Comrades, the driver of P9640, your roof lights is on in your vehicle. So please, I don't want you to get stranded here tonight. If you're driving P9640, please go and take your lights off in your roof. Yes. Comrades! Comrades! Honorable Samuel is better than FedEx and faster than UPS. You hear? He delivering everything. Shaq, that's you? Take a... I get you. Welcome, Shaq. As I was saying, Samuel is faster than FedEx I'm better than UPS. Delivered. Anything you ask in number 4, delivered. But as he spoke about playing field and playing facilities, in time to come, on the Atlas playing field, we will deliver phase 1. Phase 1 will be started, which is going to have locker rooms, public bathrooms. That has not been there in all the life of the past parliamentarian. Never do not know over there. But this time, because Nata is here now, we will deliver something on the Atlas playing field. And then we're going down Taba. All the money they take up, they forget to fix the field. The building them down there well finished, and they left all the garbage on the field. So Nata gonna fix it. Dr. Joe, give me a little help and I want to fix it. Nata gonna fix it just now. You remember in 2020, you know, and in 2022, I tell the people of St. Kitts-Nevis, house and plenty house coming. But I gave in addition, you know. What's the problem, minister? I gave in addition, I say, we ain't bringing no empty house. Something gonna be in there. Plenty things gonna be in there. That's something to look forward to because Labour understand and knows how modern house go in this country. By the way, we are live on the best radio station, Freedom FM. So we welcome all the listeners and viewers. We on Freedom. This is my parliament, you know. They got a parliament and I got a parliament. My parliament is Freedom until I get down Church Street. Of course, in time, in the fullness of time. But Labour comrades, I want you to hold on. How the song go? Hold the fort, for I am coming. You gonna
Oh, my comrades, see that signal waving in the sky. Reinforcement now appearing, victory is nigh. Hold the fort, for I am coming. Jesus signals there. Wave the answer back to heaven by thy grace we win.
hold on, comrades. Hold on to the Labour hand. Hold on to the Labour government. We're working for you. Tell them hush. When they're talking nonsense. Hush your mouth. Labour working. The man deliver. And we're going to deliver more. I know I'm waiting. East Bastille, you up here? East Bastille, you up here? Well, let me bring the honorable giant. Number 1 in number 1. The Honorable Jeffrey Hanley.
Come on, everybody, put your hands together. It's got to get better. All over the world, listen to these words. People come. People come. People go. People go. Your life has been out of control. Out of control. You're confused. But don't worry. Don't worry your soul. It will get better. It's gotta get better. It will get better. It's gonna be better. It will get better. 'Cause God is in control, y'all. Hey. Thank you, Lord. Hey.
Comrades of Labour, good night. East Bastille, good night. I say good night to the good people in the diaspora and all of those who are listening to our meeting. Comrades, it feels good to be back. I miss you on Thursday, but I am happy that I am back. But comrades, while I was out there, I was hearing all sorts of things. So I came back to remind us that in Psalms 37, it declared, fret not yourself because of evildoers. Be not envious of wrongdoers. They will soon fade away like grass and wither like green herb. Comrades, they are saying all sorts of things. But my message to you tonight is simple. Do not be distracted. Because again, and just to tell you how we are working as a team, tonight Congress asked me for a scripture, the same scripture that I had to use. So I said to us tonight, confuse the enemy. Confuse the enemy. And let us, comrades, upset their plans. And I need to remind them that they got to hush. The government is at work. Comrades, tonight we give God thanks for all that He has been doing for us as a government and as a federation. I traveled, and people overseas are wondering how we are able to do the things that we have done in such a short time. So I come tonight to remind you that we are not going to be distracted. We are keeping our eyes on the prize that is before us. And comrades, as we stretch along, as we work together, hand in hand with our comrade leader and the entire team, the best is yet to come, my comrades. In just a short 2 days of our victory, the Honorable Prime Minister lifted the COVID restrictions. And you heard what was happening. You heard what happened after that. Marsha been bringing boat. She been bringing hotels. She bringing planes. I tell you, she is at work. Central Bastille, I remembered I asked you, as I talk about the red wave, you decided that you were going to make sure that Marsha is on Church Street. And tonight we give God thanks for Marsha and the entire team. Comrades, you heard from Conway's Thursday. What a job so far. I drive in going church this morning. I heard in the meeting on Thursday that Spot Street is next. And in 2 days, the Minister for Infrastructure already dig up the road and delivering roads in Central Bastille and throughout the country. Comrades, I say to you, don't be distracted. The government is working, and it is better with labor. Comrades, when it comes to education, you heard Marsha, Honorable, talking about the Irish Town Primary School. In quick time, we are able to deliver. In quick time, the donors responded to Marsha and myself. You see, a training how to become a good beggar too. because we recognize government cannot do everything. And we call on the business community, and they came to our rescue. And when we are done with the Irish Town Primary School, it will be a new primary school. And I told her we're changing the name as well too. I was asked to deliver the New Deal. And I've been working overtime. I told you about the merger of the Estridge Primary School and the Edgar T. Morris School. That will happen in September because the merger started. And as soon as the students move out of that school, we will deliver a state-of-the-art school for the persons at the Cotton Thomas Comprehensive, and our Spectrum Center will be over there. I have the plans already. It was over lunch today. The ambassador from Taiwan reminded me because I asked him for a gift for our 40th anniversary. And of course, our loving Prime Minister said, Minister, go ahead. And we are delivering. We will deliver in a few weeks the Joshua Obadiah Primary School that was burnt down under the former administration. That will be out shortly for tenders. We will deliver the Joshua Obadiah Primary School. And comrades, the Bastia High School, I promise you in the campaign that I will be the one to deliver the Bastia High School, and it's going to be built on the old site. Because if you drive up there, the work started already. And I was excited because I heard things are moving swiftly. In quick time, you will see that building being demolished. The designers are ready at work. The school have already shared their input as to what they want to see that school. So I said to you, it is better with labor when it comes to education. Comrades of labor, when I took over, I met some of our school bathrooms in some condition that I can't even talk about. One school had a bathroom closed down for over 10 years. Another one, teachers and students using the bathroom. As a new Minister of Education, I say that will not continue. And I'm happy to report to the country that we have started our bathroom renovations to our schools in this country. We cannot afford to allow our buildings to run down. And parents, get ready. Get ready, parents, for the announcement. Many of you have been calling. Many of you have been threatening, and you're in your own rights. So I put a committee together to look at the HERE policy in our schools. And we are going to change the policy that governs our children attending school. I am a believer. You here has nothing to do with how you learn. And I'm saying to you, in quick time, no need for you to cut your toddler here to go to primary school. We are going to fix it, and we are going to fix it right. Comrades, when I took over and I met with the private daycares and preschool providers, they expressed their concerns. And I told them they will have a voice and a seat at the table. And we have delivered that. But most importantly, on this weekend of our Labor Day march, the private daycare operators or providers, they said to me, Minister, you know we don't have any business license. I said, how you mean you don't have the business license? They said, no, they don't have any. So some of them can't get proper bank accounts. They can't do certain business. Well, you know we have a vibrant and a fast-working Attorney General. After raising it in cabinet and with the AG, he have indicated to me that he have already done the necessary paperwork so that all of our private daycare providers will be able to go to Inland Revenue and get their business license. Comrades, we are working. Look at what we did at CFBC. Tuition free at CFBC. And all sorts of programs we are going to introduce. On my trip, I was able to dialogue and meet. And you know, I said to you in Parliament, when I'm going with an empty suitcase because I'm bringing back a lot of things. I started the discussion, comrades, dealing with scholarships. They are coming. We are delivering. This week, we are going to have a discussion and get ready to tie up some ends with the pilot division at Florida Memorial College. They want to do some work with CFBC so that we can have our students who are interested in becoming pilots. They can go straight to Miami to pursue their studies. You remember Leonard Nelson put me on the spot and call out the child name from over in the constituency? Well, brother, he gonna be a pilot. You heard the Prime Minister some time ago. Student loans at 5%. Student loans at 5%, comrades. And comrades, as I move on, aging and disabilities, you know that is my ministry. But the Honorable Iseley Philip, she's doing a fantastic job. Let's give her a round of applause. Because, comrades, during the campaign, I told you that we are going to turn our community centers into senior daycare centers. And comrades, we have started. We have delivered on that. Every Monday in East Bastille, you can take your elderly to this community center from 9 o'clock until 2. On Tuesdays is the same thing in the St. Peter's area. And on Wednesdays, it is in St. Paul's. We will work our way right around because we love our seniors and they should be aging in dignity. When it comes to disability, nobody could tell me about them. I love them. And we have a young lady working out of a wheelchair in our ministry of aging and disabilities. That deserves a wow. So when they're talking, they need to know what they're saying. In 2 days, I walked in the Newtown Community Center. And I said, no. My seniors not coming in here looking like this. And 3 telephone calls. Paint came, we painted. I went downtown, walked in a store, take up some curtains. The man said, go with all you want. And I wasn't finished. I said, I need my elderlies to be comfortable. I ain't walking with all these lot of fans. It's time for AC. And I make the call. And you could go to Newtown Community Center. The ACs are there. And before June, are taking out all the windows and replacing them because we must have our seniors in comfortable environment. And I told the seniors, get ready because in October, first of its kind in St. Kitts, they are going to have their senior proms. We are going to get all the limousines. They're going to dress up, get all the dates, put on the tiaras. I tell you, we are serious about our seniors. And we are taking care of them. Comrades, you heard Comrade Nato talking about housing. But he forget to tell you that he is my advisor for housing. So what he said to you tonight, and Comrade Samal and Marsha, they are on target. Comrades, in a few weeks, you will see the work starting in full. I must give you a little secret, you know. We don't start to build some. But the full force will begin in a few weeks. We gave you the assurance that we are going to deliver homes, and we are going to deliver more than 2,400 homes in our first term. You could hold me to that, comrades. You can hold me to that because everybody would be involved in the housing revolution. All of our local contractors, our truckers, our electricians and plumbers, they will be a part of the revolution. We are doing it differently and we are taking it to another level. So if your budget can only give you a 1-bedroom, you take the 1-bedroom for now because we are doing the 1-bedroom that can be converted eventually into a 2-bedrooms. And the 2-bedrooms will be able to be converted into a 3-bedrooms. And we're leaving room at the top for when your children join up together, they can build on the property so that the mortgages will be paid by your children and their children as well. We are going to ensure, comrades, that all of us work together to deliver. And we are trying our best to make sure that we get the best interest rate. Right now we can't be lower than 5%. But I'm working some miracles with the Honorable Prime Minister to see how low we can get. So it's going to work, comrades. Comrades, as we get ready for our Labor Day march, I tell you, all the social programs that we said we were going to deliver, we are delivering. All the social programs that were there, we told you that we will not stop them, and we have not done so. So, comrades, we have things to march for. So I say to you, don't be distracted. We continue to deliver on your behalf. Comrades, we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing.
We know what we're doing. can't stop it. We know what we doing.
With God on our side, we will be able to deliver. And as I get ready to wrap up, because I ain't talk Thursday, so I take a 5 minutes from Thursday. As I get ready to wrap up, and I reminded you of the word for the class tonight. Don't be distracted. I said to your comrades, you still have an obligation to defend your government when they are talking their nonsense. I heard a voice note going around while I was overseas. And I decided that I will address it tonight. Because you see, when you hear it going around, some of us might believe and think that we are not taking care of our people. And the caller was alluding to having some disabled child and can't get no help for the child. And she can't get no walker. But comrades, listen to me tonight. I want the caller to call back in on the same radio station and tell the federation which company or minister she was working for on the STEP program, and the timesheet weeks after weeks come in with the senator. They better leave me alone. When they come in, let them come with the truth. The caller need to tell the nation that after she explained her situation with the office, they allowed her to get her pay, even though she wasn't working and she wasn't showing no interest. We offered the young man an opportunity to be a part of the disabled group down in McKnight, and the boy ain't reached yet. So what nonsense they're talking. Comrades, don't be distracted. Leave it up to me. I will address all of the concerns. And I said to you, as we get ready to turn the streets of Bastia red again, I said to you, comrades, it will be a red wave to the streets of Bastia. East Bastia, you join me on the streets of Bastia on Labor Day. Constituency number 2. I said to you, let us red up, let us red up, let us red up the world. And comrades, those warriors from the village, they're going to be there in their numbers. I tell you, I see them in the red. I see their flags. I hear the whistle. And we are going to call the delivery man in number 4. What are the safaris? I tell you, they're heading to Patsy Allah's playfield. Kenny have his crew. Sandy Point have their crew. Number 6, we are depending on you. You have never failed the streets. So I ask you to come out in your numbers. And in number 7, I say I'm going to declare something in the atmosphere. In number 7, number 7, get ready. Get ready. A by-elections must take place. Number 7. And number 8, the home of our Prime Minister. Number 8, you have to bring out everybody on Monday. We are marching on the streets of Bastia. We are saying, long live the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. We are marching because an increase in the minimum wage is on the horizon. Comrades of Labour, I can see it. I can feel it. Labour all the way. East Bastia, number 1 in number 1. Love you.
Ready, 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 ready. Tell them say we ready.
and shouting loud. It's labor we are for. Tell them labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. We only with labor. It's the labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. Boy, you're not fi ask if I's a labor man. I only with labor. I fought in for labor. You're not fi ask if I's a labor man. I only with labor. I fought in for labor. Ready. Tell them that we ready. Come on, this the best man to keep the country steady. Ready. Let them know we ready. We foughting for labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. We only with labor. It's
man. Are we sweet? Never sweet. Bad. Huh? When they talking all kind of nonsense. Jeffrey give this long explanation. Man, tell him hush.
Tell them hush them out. What's that? Tell them hush them out. Why they happy? Tell them hush them out. What's that? Tell them hush them out.
Labor woman, let me hear you make some noise. But the labor woman, them look good. But I have a treat for you right now, you know. I have a treat for the labor people right now. You see how good the labor woman look? Well, just imagine how better the labor young people them look. So right now, I'm going to bring the labor beauties, the contestants for the labor pageant on stage right now.
Del man que se mete por tu pena, lo caliente del sol que se te metió y no te deja quieta, nena. ¿Quién puede parar eso que al bailar descontrola tu cadera? Y ese fuego que quema por dentro y lento te convierte en piedra. Con la mano arriba, cintura sola, da media vuelta y sacude duro.
Good evening, warriors from the east. I am calling on you to witness as I, your contestant number 5, Miss Zarina Roberts, bring thunder to the stage in this year's Miss Labor Queen pageant on the 29th of April at Carnival Village, 8 p.m. Comrades, see you there. The crown will rest in the east.
I'm telling you, it's a rude one.
Comrades, I can feel something in the air. I can feel a victory ending for Central Bastille. I am your ambassador number 8, Tikasa Henry, representing the undoubtable constituency number 2 in this year's Miss Labor Queen pageant. Be prepared for a showstopper as 8 beautiful ladies vie for the crown and the coveted title of Miss Labor Queen 2023. I am inviting you all to come on out on 29th of April to witness all of us. I am encouraging you all to come on out and witness all of us and come and give us as much support as possible. And remember, I told you this. We is going to win.
I'm telling you, it's a rude one. It's a long time being to the outside. They had us cheering.
Let me get right. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from constituency of number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades of labor, I am the unstoppable force, Junicia Williams, ready to give you a show-stopping performance on the 29th of April at Carnival Village, where I will set the stage ablaze. This girl from number 3 will win trophies. When she hit the stage, you'll be jumping up again. Don't you dare miss it.
Long time we ain't seen the road, It's a long time we ain't seen the outside. They had us cheer.
Labor by blood, labor by heart, labor by identity. As we celebrate the splendor of labor, I, 14-year-old Tanija Fleming, invites you on my journey to the crown. I am ready to roar for constituency number 4. See you there on the 29th of April.
Long time we ain't seen the road,
Good night, Labor Massive. I am your contestant number 3, Miss Ashley Wilson. Pleased to represent constituency number 5 in this year's Miss Labor Queen pageant. I anticipate a night of exciting entertainment. I encourage you to come to Carnival Village promptly at 8 p.m. to witness us as one of us is crowned Miss Labor Queen 2023. If it's one thing I can assure you, it's definitely alive in number 5.
Long time we ain't seen the road,
Good evening, all. I am 16-year-old Dominique Maynard, representing Labourland, the place where labor is number 1 and the LD is the man. And the LD is the man. Let's make it a date, and those you, dear, be late. It will be a show like no other. See you at Miss Labor Show. See you at this year's Miss Labor Show as constituency number 6. That's me. Takes it all.
Long time we ain't seen the road,
As the dew falls to set the evening, I am Miss Yana Johnson, your contestant number 6 in this year's Miss Labor pageant, representing constituency number 8. Labor Massive, it's celebration time. So come on out, sit back as I take you on a Miss Labor safari of beauty, talent, and elegance.
Long time we ain't seen the road, It's a long time we ain't seen the outside. They had us cheer down and lock up on the inside. Now watch how she rolling it on it. No more virtual, we live in a
ambassadors of labor. They look good, right? Come out on the 29th, you can see them in action. Just by way of information, on Wednesday night, zonal town hall meeting at 7:30 at the Newtown Community Center. Your constituency 1 and constituency number 8 will give their perspective on things. So come out in Newtown Community Center, come and hear from your representatives as to what is going on in your constituency. On Wednesday, 7:30 at the Community Center in Newtown. Number 1 and number 8, we're heading to Newtown on Wednesday. You coming? Or you live there? Comrades, you ready for more? Now, let me count something for you now. You see how the people take up the government money? Let me break it down for you a little bit. If we had the 20 mil, we could have given some to the Ministry of Agriculture to help the farmers. Help them to deal with the monkeys. If we had the 20 mil, all this noise when they're talking about PAP, we could have got more people on the PAP program. We could have hired more people on the STEP program. If we had the 20 mil what they take up, we could have built more sporting facilities. If they never take up the 20 mil, Dr. Judy, Prime Minister, could have give you more money on the dividend.
They got people fearing. We can't sleep till Monday. Lock them up. They got people fearing. We can't sleep till Monday. Lock them up.
It's a good thing I can't sing here. If we had the 20 mil, we could have got a bigger music festival. You understand how significant $20 million could have been doing to the country? But it's more than that, you know. It's more than that. The Prime Minister can tell you. Comrades, let's keep the show going. Let's keep the show going. I want to bring a man on stage, the honorable experienced man. The man who has been doing it for a number of years now. And he ain't slowing down. You see how sharp he look when he come up the steps? I bring to you the Right Honorable Dr. Llewellyn Douglas.
Hi, from Newgong to Harris's. Labor people, Sampers, Diabe, Pasigong, Salas, looking for the people, a real devoted leader. He always deliver. Stand firm in a saying, kiss us how it is. Don't hear the man for number 6, looking for the people. A real devoted leader. He always deliver. Stand firm in a saying, kiss us how it is. Don't hear the man for number 6. D-E-E-L-D, Denzel Llewellyn Douglas. D-L-D, Denzel Llewellyn Douglas. Hey, Doggy! Bang them, beat them, Labor sharing lips. Bang them, beat them, Doggy sharing lips. Let's go! Bang them, beat them, Labor sharing lips. Yes, we sharing lips in number 6. Wow! Tell them! Outside and youth development.
Good night, comrades. Comrades, are you in the house? Where are you? Let me hear you. I want to thank the comrades of labor who have come out yet again in preparation for Labor Day March 2023. I always wondered what this country would be like without labor. St. Kitts will never ever be, St. Kitts-Nevis will never ever be the same again. And that is why I am going to encourage you tonight and warn you, never allow another government except Labour to be here in St. Kitts-Nevis. And I say that with a lot of meaning. I say it from the depths of my own heart and being. St. Kitts-Nevis can never do without Labour again. Because all you give them there 7 years. And look what they do to the country. I almost didn't find St. Kitts when I was looking for it. And that is why I know that Labour is on the move. Labour is rebuilding. Labour is rebuilding St. Kitts-Nevis.
One step ahead.
It is. When I came to this meeting tonight, there's a young lady. She's a child. I call her a young lady because she's matured beyond her age. I usually meet her at Dolly's parlor when I go to shave my hair. And as I approached this meeting, coming out of the Jeep, you know what she told me? Dr. Douglas, you're enjoying Labour? Little girl, 7 or 8 years old. Dr. Douglas, you enjoying Labour? I enjoying Labour. And that is why we cannot ever go back. We have to make sure that Labour is here for the elderly, the middle-aged, the young, and the toddlers as well. Labour is no ordinary party. My dear comrades, I want to say thanks to the Honorable Prime Minister for giving me the portfolios that I have. Because I believe that if it is one thing that we have to do, is to rebuild the name and the economy of St. Kitts and Nevis. I want you to know that within 7 months or 8 months of taking back this government, we have brought the entire world to St. Kitts and Nevis in terms of diplomatic representation of countries of the United Nations. And that is because after 7, 8 years, they wanted to come here and associate with the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party government as we set about to rebuild and renew our mandate. That is why I said to you, we are engaged in serious business. Serious business of rebuilding, reharnessing the name of our beloved country. Over 50, 60 countries have their representatives right here in the country right now. Do you think if the other man, the big belly man, was here, they would have come? Never! Never! And that is why I say to you, my dear people, you are with a good party. You are with a party that is leading not only this country, but the entire Caribbean region in rebuilding our name, our image, and putting us forward for the benefit of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis and the people of the Caribbean. And tonight I take pleasure in welcoming all those who have come from foreign countries, those who are associated with the rebuilding of St. Kitts and Nevis, those who are lending support to the dynamic team led by Dr. Drew, our Prime Minister. They are associated with progress, associated with rebuilding and working the mandate that has been given to put St. Kitts and Nevis first among those in the Eastern Caribbean and first among those who are emerging as developing countries. That is why when the young lady, the little toddler, when she said to me, Dr. Douglas, you enjoying labor? I enjoying labor. That is a testament I will never ever forget in my life. My dear comrades, we are in a world that has become quite unpredictable. We are in a world where hostilities are presently being displayed in terms of a war in Ukraine perpetrated by its neighbor. We are not in a world where there is complete peace at all. And whatever happens outside there affects us here in St. Kitts and Nevis. This morning at the church service at the Antioch Baptist Church to welcome all of our delegates, I said, whether there is peace or war, we welcome each and every one of you. St. Kitts and Nevis, we are going to deliver. We as a government will deliver on the mandate that you have given us. We as part of the Caribbean community, part of the Americas, part of the international community, will continue to play our role. But we also have to make sure that our people's interests and their daily needs are being met. And that is why you've heard the various ministers of government speak as to what exactly their challenges are and how they are fulfilling them. My dear people, being given the portfolio of foreign affairs, it speaks to ensuring that the relationship between St. Kitts and Nevis is rebuilt and enhanced. We have a critically important instrument, initiative, program, whatever you want to call it, that invites citizens of other countries to come and become citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. The Citizenship by Investment Program is what it is referred to. This has brought thousands of people to our shores looking for opportunities to invest and to live among us. The CBI, it has been made successful because of the stability that was given to it when Labour was in office from 1995 to 2015. Today, To some extent, it is under very close scrutiny by other countries, our friends. And we continue to give them the assurance that we shall do everything within our power to preserve this very important program. Why do I say that? It is that program that started the development down there in Capisteer called Kitts-Nevis. It is that program that brought the Park Hyatt Hotel here, one of the finest iconic hotels here in the Caribbean region. It is that program that brought the Marriott, the largest hotel ever built in the Caribbean region by Marriott, right here in Frigate Bay. It is that same program that started and will continue to propel the Christoph Harbour development, my dear people. And it is because of confidence that people would have had in the Labour government. You remember when I first went into the United Arab Emirates, started a consulate there in Dubai. I am sure more than 80% of the people of this country had never heard of Dubai. Those vagabonds made mockery of us being in Dubai. We were the first among the Caribbean nations to be there. And next thing, all kind of things were said. And then they got into office. Some people went to sleep and put them in office. And then you see them in Dubai, can't keep out, on camel back, all kind of nonsense. That is not what Dubai is for. Dubai was to bring investors to St. Kitts and Nevis. We've done it, and we will continue to do it as we expand and consolidate our presence in the international community. I speak of those developments not because of the structures that are erected where they have invested, but because of what these do to our people. The jobs that have been created, they didn't understand it when we went there. The jobs that have been created. The thousands of people who have made a successful livelihood out of those investments and structures that were put down here in St. Kitts and Nevis. My dear people, there's a lot of chatter and talk out there. For God's sake, don't become distracted. Don't become distracted. They know the history of labor. They see the path that we are treading again. They don't want us to be successful. Support your Labour Party. March to the streets of Bastille in a way you have never done before.
Nobody gonna slow us down. Nobody gonna break us down. Nobody gonna slow me down. No, no, I got to keep on moving.
They want to keep you down. They want to slow you down. None of them will slow down Douglas. None of them will slow down number 6. None of them will slow down Dr. Drew.
Nobody gonna slow us down. Nobody gonna break us down. Nobody gonna slow me down. No, no, I got to keep on moving.
It's time. It's time that we show them who is boss in this country. Full time.
One step ahead. Put them boys head. One step ahead. Put them boys head.
Full time. We show them who is boss. Labour is boss.
Shout it out, let them understand that. Why about it, man?
We know a little boy here. We know a little big belly boy here. We have man a man, woman a woman, right here in number 8.
Shout it out, let them understand that. Why about it, man?
And that is why I say, hey Brenda, you're gonna march next to me on Labor Day. You understand? Don't be distracted. Your government is doing good. They ain't better than us. They can't beat us. They're going to give them some licks in the back. Yes, you know.
He's dead, they go dead. Labor again. Man, I got them going by the breath. Man, they breaking a sweat. Hear them.
Comrades, this I'm a simmer down. I'm going to simmer down. But me not simmer down. Not until after Labor Day. So, my dear people, the time has come to show who is boss here in this country. Labor Day must never go unnoticed. You must make sure that you make a statement that we have never ever made before. So, as we continue to carry on our mandate, as we continue to mobilize investors to come back to the industrial estate, to open factories, not the old-time factories that we had, those which are based on technology and other things, putting us into a new direction as an educated people of a progressive country. Young lady just said call centers. Right now we have at least 2 investors here talking about call centers. We are talking about attracting factories that manufacture computer chips right here in St. Kitts and Nevis. We are talking about attracting investors that want to improve our medical and healthcare services here in our country. We are talking to a number of persons who are engaged in construction of houses to improve the people's living conditions. Don't even talk about hotels. Marsha behind you saying hotels. Give Marsha a wow. We want to emphasize that we need your support. We need your solidarity. We need your support on the streets of Labor Day, Monday, my dear people. Because Labor is just getting started. Make sure you are at the starting line with us so that you will be at the finishing line as well. My dear people, we are bringing in the investors. My people in number 6 will be the beneficiaries. I hear them talking about roads. I don't tell Conwis, you know. He married a woman from down there, you know. And we don't want to have to beat him, you know. Come and do our roads. Now make no joke with that. A whole heap of things my people waiting to get. And he better damn well deliver. My dear people, we are on the move. We will move forward. We want you to be with us. Just as you've been hearing all night, now and again, the tune. Labor out again. Labor out again. Labor gonna be out on Labor Day. You have to be out as well. Labor is you. You are Labor. Good night. God bless you.
Ready, 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 ready. Tell them say we red and we ready. Tell them labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. We only with labor. It's the labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. Whoa. You're not be asked if I's a labor man. I only with labor. I fought it for labor. You're not be asked if I's a labor man. I only with labor. I fought it for labor. Boom. They know I'm red. They know I'm brown. And you can see me jumping high up in the crowd. So tell a friend and shout it loud. It's labor we are for. Tell them labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. We only with labor. It's the labor. I only with labor.
Comrades! Short man, no easy. And make it worse, you know. And Thursday we're going to St. Paul's, you know. So it's more talks again, you know. And on Sunday, we're going to be on 4th Street. Long time we ain't on the outside. They had the, hey, you know, we outside again. And Dr. Judy, Prime Minister, said we ain't going back in. We ain't going. Dr. Judy, we're going till December. Just to remind you, we are on world-class radio, Freedom FM, live 106.5. That's my parliament. Before I bring the next presenter on stage, let me give you some more facts again. Our good honorable Prime Minister has pledged a number of things that will happen in St. Kitts very shortly. He has said we are going to build a brand new Bastia High School. That's a lot of money. He sent me to negotiate to get a brand new hospital. That's even more money. And it's coming soon. We have started the roads and sidewalk. That's a lot of money. Our housing program, which we will deliver over 2,400 homes to people of St. Kitts. That is a lot of money. He has also pledged that we will be building a performing art center. But that's a lot of money too, you know. So when you add up all of that, that is over $300 million coming to the Federation to boost the economy, to bring jobs for the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. That deserve a wow. But the reason why I'm saying that now before the next presenter, because he got a man named X. You got no man. Created some kind of group chat with a lot of contractor planning to come bring disturbance in the Bastia region. Want to protest. When they build them houses down in Bastia, none of them protest. When they build those two things over in Tabernacle, none of them went and protest. For 7 years, they built 500 houses. None of them went and protest. But the good honorable Prime Minister has pledged to bring over $300 million in construction and infrastructure to the people of St. Kitts-Nevis, and they want to go protest. When you see them, I tell them, hush! Hush your mouth! Hush your mouth. What's that? Tell them, hush your mouth. Hey, you know what? Let me not take up no more time here, because I'm getting hot up here. I'm going to take out my shot, you hear?
Well.
Yeah.
One punch trouble in the place.
That is labor. Labor and Congress, we always perform. As a matter of fact, number 3, you ready? Number 3, you ready? Number 3. Let us bring the man who always perform. The man for number 3, the Honorable Congress Maynard.
Back again. Jump, 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 jump. You wouldn't believe the amount of people who meet me on the street and say the same thing. That for years now they're anxiously waiting to hear a little something from the king. From little children to teacher, musician to blogger to Christian on Sunday morning. From Tivana to Julie, I t-shirt to Shari, me fans them pleading to me. Let me hear you sing it. They say 10,000 patriots in St. Kitts-Nevis can't be wrong. Can't waste no time, no how when we saying that we want you on this staging song. You have the magic to make us jump again. And with all the stressing on the world, we need good music in we soul. Let me go with Mr. Campaign. Just say it to me music. It ain't mad for number 3, but sing a song for me. Cause when you hit the stage, I'll be jumping up again. Bring back your melody to have a hold on me. Because you speak so tame, I gonna be jumping up again. Let me see you. Jump, 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 jump. Labor massive. You ready? You ready? Because we ready for them. Let them know we ready for them. Don't tell them so. That's how we feed them. Let them know. Comrades of labor and citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, in the great state of St. Peter's, good night. It's only the Labour Party could come out on the road and a public meeting. The others can't even find the pieces. Only the Labour movement could come out on the street and have public meetings. He's the only one. Long time we see the road, It's a long time we see the outside. They had us chained down and locked up on the inside. Now watch how she rolling it, rolling it, rolling it. The outside again. Only the Labour Party could be outside again. What a wonderful team we have. An A team. The grudge we A team. The grudge how we loving up each other. The grudge how we gelling so good together. I love the A team. Led by your comrade leader, your Prime Minister, our Prime Minister from constituency number 8, Dr. Terence Drew. You see, comrades and citizens of Labour, the Honorable Deputy spoke about it earlier. I was asking him to confirm a particular scripture, because you know he's the shepherd. And I just wanted to double check the scripture. And he tell me, boy, Conways, I was there thinking about that same scripture. Psalms 55 and verse 9 says, confuse my enemies, Lord. Upset their plans. And I want you to follow. Because you see, they cannot believe that the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party went through a leadership battle and come out stronger. They cannot believe. They cannot believe that the former leader
of the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party and former Prime Minister Dr. Denzil Douglas is gelling so good with Dr. Terence Drew, they can't believe. They can't believe that while the other party is struggling to keep the membership together, who ain't resigning and who ain't hiding, they can't believe it ain't happening in the Labour Party. They cannot understand. And then, yes, they can't even hold the conference. The conference should have done happen. They can't hold the conference. So they're confused. And you know what confusing them some more? Because they see me out on the street canvassing. They see Marsha keeping town hall. We keeping one-on-one. So they say, wait, a campaign going to happen? No, we made a promise to stick with the people, to stay connected. They're confused. They can't understand. They cannot understand. And so in the camps, they're saying, boy, something happening. Something happening. This can't be true. You mean we ain't hearing nothing at all? We ain't seeing no fraction here. We ain't seeing nothing there. So they are confused. So the Lord has brought to bear Psalm 55 and verse 9. Confuse my enemies. Upset their plans. The opposition is confused. So we got to tell them, hush. The government is at work. Hush. The government is at work. And so they're trying the same old divide and conquer strategy. But not with this St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. This is a 91-year-old institution that goes beyond every one of us in this party. No divide and conquer will run here. Nothing is going to come and put anything between us. Remember, the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party has a track record that once we get in, is at least 20 years we in there for. It is at least. And so, what they plan to do is to try to sow this and sow that, but it ain't gonna work. It will never work. The enemy is confused. The opposition is confused.
So this
Tell
government
them.
good. Wait, this government nice. Good government.
They are confused. So when you see them, tell them, hush. The government is at work. The government is at work. Because they're trying to make you think that what they couldn't deliver in 7 years, we must deliver in 7 months. That's who they're trying to fool. We are strategic in our approach to governing. And we will do it the right and proper way. And we will build from the foundation up, because they have forced us to start from scratch. They have wasted the time that they had. And so, in many of our ministries, we have to restart things. The member for number 6, the Honorable Dr. Denzil Douglas, told you about having words and discussions with investors because they had left. They had gone to other jurisdictions in the Caribbean. And it is only now that they are interested in speaking to us again. And they are coming in droves to say, we are interested again, so don't forget us. But we will check all of them. We will make sure that they are worth their salt. And we will bring the investment to St. Kitts and Nevis. We have to start from scratch. Look at the water situation. We have to now invest in infrastructure that should have been invested a long time ago. They should have already drilled the wells that we hope to drill later this year. They should have already started to look at augmentation with desalinated water. But I don't know what they were busy doing. And so now we are still struggling from the effects of not paying attention to our infrastructure. And as we go into the dry season, I want to urge you that the situation is not yet resolved because we are only making the investments now. We have only been able to put the money in the budget now. And so I want you all across this country to conserve water. The next few months will not be easy. I have gotten a report that the rainfall for March was half the amount it was last year. Understand what I'm saying? The rainfall for March was half what it was last year. All of our water presently comes from rainfall. And so I am urging you over the next couple months while we make our investments to be conservative with your use of water. And every time you have to use less water, I want you to remember the people who make you have to use less water. And tell them, hush. The government is at work. So with your brand new St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party government and your working A team, which each minister is delivering on the commitments that were made in our campaign, we will get a completion of those commitments that we would have made. You see what happened in energy? When we came in, the lights could have barely stay on. One generator gone, and we had to go back to load shedding. But I want to urge and warn that we're not out of the woods yet either. Because they had not invested in any new generation. How you gonna know? How you know that? Energy was on the brink. But thank God that collectively we are strategizing of how to bring us back from the brink. But it's still going to take some more time. So again, you can also help. A lot of people don't actually know this. Just like you can help with conserving water, you actually help our power station by conserving electricity. Because they have to ramp up the amount of electricity used based on your usage and our usage of electricity. So if you have on more lights in your house than you need to, you're causing more of our generators to be used. So as we build out our energy sector, I ask you also to conserve on your electricity. And don't talk about roads. When was the last time some of these roads in the inner city get any attention? When was the last time any of these roads in the inner city get any attention? It was under a Labour government. And so we have given a commitment that we will continue the road development agenda. And the member for number 6 just give me a challenge. And whenever I get a challenge, I like to take up a challenge. And so I give my commitment that the people of number 6, where my wife is from, will not be left out of the road development agenda. You will not be left out. So right now in constituency number 4, we are building the roads in Stone Fort. I want to thank the member from number 4, the Honorable Samuel Duggins, because that was actually the first road he asked me about when we reached the cabinet. And I gave him a commitment that we will pursue that. Then Marsha, I think she write it on a paper and all. She ain't even just tell me. She write it on a paper and tell me Market Street and Spot Street. And we done start Market Street. And today we start Spot Street. Some people message me, ask me, well, can we correct the spelling for Spot Street? Because I had said in my post, I put S-P-R-O-A-T. So some people call me and say, correct the spelling, but the experts tell me that's how it's spelled. They said it was named after a lady whose name was Sprott. And because us as Kittitians like to just shorten things, we say Sprott instead of Sprott. Sprott. So the street is actually called Sprott or Sprott Street. That's what they tell me. So that is being done now. And after that, we are going to head up into the village. But let me not give out the schedule too much ahead of time. We got to make sure everything go right, because as I told you as well, they neglected the maintenance of our equipment. And so we have to take the asphalt plant out of service for a couple weeks to do some critical maintenance on it. And we're not out of the woods because they have used it so much without any plan to replace it. Spot Street tomorrow or Tuesday when we kick it up will be a test to see if those issues have been resolved. But I've already told the Public Works and they have already provided for the proposal for us to get a new asphalt plant in this country so that we can pave roads and pave roads. I said already, when the next election comes, we ain't gonna have no talk about no roads. So hush, the government is at work. So comrades, that is why it is important. Oh, sorry, this road here, Dr. Drew. This one, when they were doing the Island Main Road, Dr. Drew said to them, this is the fastest growing area of St. Kitts-Nevis. This is effectively part of the Island Main Road. It is a main thoroughfare of traffic. And whatever representative they had at the time did not lobby hard enough to get it done. But no, imagine some of them people got the heart to call in and talk about the road. They got the heart to talk about that road here. When they spent so many millions and didn't include this road. Well, this year, we have put in the budget up to $7 million to deal with this road. But as I mentioned, the process is not very short. You have to go through the planning stage. I was speaking with Public Works just this Friday, and they told me the document for this road is 300 pages long. 300 pages. And so very shortly, in a few weeks, Dr. Drew, I didn't even update you, in a few weeks, the tender document will be ready to go out. And we have done it in a particular way to try to minimize the time that it will take to get the project going. So, Dr. Joe, Mr. Prime Minister, you're getting your roads too. So, comrades of Labour and citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, I want you to go out on Labour Day because your Labour administration has started the work to mobilize and to empower the workers in this country. You have a reason to go out and show your support and solidarity with workers. As you know, we can't talk about what we discuss in cabinet, but they give you a sneak peek that something good is coming about the minimum wage. we are working on behalf of the workers. And so I am asking you again, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? So I want to see you out on Labor Day in your numbers in support of a labor movement that has always been there for the people of this country and in particular the workers of this country. Unfortunately, on Thursday, I will miss the meeting because, again, as we go into our energy transition, the Caribbean is meeting in Miami at the Caribbean Renewable Energy Forum, where we will have an opportunity to engage with stakeholders to assist us in our renewable energy transition. And I will have to be there at that time, and so I'm going to miss the meeting on Thursday. But God's willing, I will be back for the meeting on Sunday. So comrades, I want to see all of you in your numbers on Labor Day, supporting your labor movement and your labor government. They want to make you disgruntled. They want to make you upset. They want to distract you. But tell them no time, just hush and let the government do its work. Good night, love you.
Seconds, you ready? Yes, we ready now. Seconds, you ready? Yes, we ready now. Nevis, you ready? Yes, we ready now. Nevis, you ready? Yes, unstoppable force. When we move as one, let the whole world know. They can't keep Eskew down. And when we reach, we'll stay. A lot of dust going. Yeah, we small, but we tall and what? And we got turn up the place. Turn it up. Unstoppable force. When we move as one, let the whole world know. They can't keep Eskew down. And when we reach, we'll stay. A lot of dust going. Yeah, we small, but we tall and what? And we got turn up the place. Turn it up.
Comrades, they can't keep labor down. No matter what they try, no matter what they do, they can't keep labor down. And when they keep talking, just tell them, hush, the government is working.
Tell them hush them out. What's that? Tell them hush them out. Why they have to behave so bad?
As can we say, they can't even keep a conference. It's just last week, Saturday, you know. They said they had a breakfast. The breakfast starts 7 and the breakfast done 3 o'clock. And the longest breakfast me ever see. And what kind of food they must sell people? Huh? When nobody ate the food, nobody went? Not even that they could keep? Nothing to keep for them, my Lord. You know, somebody texted me a while ago and said, Lord, not a what you're going to answer. But if you understand what I'm trying to tell you, listen, before, the minister told me before, they spent $14 million to manage dirt. No Boston High School. And not one of them, not Mr. X or Mr. Winky, none of the contractors, they went and protest. But they want to come protest on the labor. For what? Tell them hush. The government is working. But like I said before, we are on world-class radio, 106.5 Freedom FM. And we have world-class leadership in the Prime Minister of this country. World-class. The first thing the man do, he said, open up the country so people could come home. Open up the country so people could go out. And the taxi man, them smiling now. Marsha went and bring back the planes and the boat, and everybody's smiling now. But Dougie, how you think the diplomats them come here? It's because Marsha bring the plane. And when the new hospital come under the Ministry of Health, under this Prime Minister, people can say, I'm coming to St. Kitts because they have the infrastructure there to look after me. The man is working.
Every person must work.
Of course.
Work. Every person must work. Work hard.
We apologize for His Excellency Kenneth Douglas tonight. He has gone to Venezuela with the athletics from Sunny Point. I don't know how they're doing yet. But just like how we win a goal, we're sure to win more goals. So, without further ado, I bring to you, as you have delivered him to be, the Prime Minister of St. Kitts-Nevis, the Honorable Dr. Terence Michael Joe.
Gone again. I foot say those not how we choose.
Dr. Drew ready, Labour ready, red and ready. Dr. Drew ready, Labour ready, red and ready. We ready. Dr. Drew ready to lead the government, yeah. So all who did think he did already, we did just a cool down, yeah. Tell them Labour ready, call in the school round, yeah. Dr. Drew ready, Labour ready, red and ready. Dr. Drew ready, Labour ready, red and ready. We ready. Dr. Drew ready to lead the government, yeah. So all who didn't think he did already, we did just a cool on, yeah. Tell them Labour ready, call in the school on, yeah.
Labour myself, you ready? You ready? You ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's get. Come, let me do it again. Everybody, let me do it again.
Labour myself, how you feeling? How you feeling? I know you're all excited tonight. Take it easy, big man. I know you're excited tonight. Take it easy tonight. I want to thank all of you for coming out here tonight. They couldn't believe that we could bring this crowd out here tonight in St. Peter's. And so I want to thank you. In the last elections, Labour made history in constituency number 8. Never before in the history of constituency number 8 did we win all boxes from Keyon, Utleys, all the way into St. Peter's. Clean sweep. Biggest win ever in this constituency. And so I want to take the opportunity to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me and supporting me strongly. And no matter what they do, they can't stop Labour in constituency number 8. They can't stop Labour in this country.
Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
They've been trying it a long time ago. Long time ago they've been trying it, but they can't get to do it.
Man gone, man, yeah, in you, man.
Comrades, we have a lot to be thankful for with your Labour Party. We have done a lot
since we have gotten into office. But it could not have been without your hard work and without a strong team. Labour is definitely on the move again. Last August, you delivered to us a resounding victory. And today, in April, we are going into May and into Labour Day, and you are here in your numbers to support your Labour Party. You made the right choice in changing that government that did not deliver for you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. The last 7 years, they deliver nothing. The last 7 years, he's a good comrade, he's a good comrade. The last 7 years, they delivered nothing. The last 7 years, they did not deliver the road in St. Peter's. The last 7 years, they allow healthcare to run down the drain. In the last 7 years, children couldn't go to college without having high fees to pay. In the last 7 years, they delivered only a few houses for the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. For the last 7 years, they could not significantly raise the minimum wage for you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. For the last 7 years, they allowed the bank to run down, right down there in Bastille. For the last 7 years, over $20-something million missing from one institution. That is a government that was corrupt and did not deliver for you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. And that is why tonight we are saying to them that we cannot accept this anymore, and that is why you vote for your good Labour government. So all the talk, them a talk, don't listen to them. They're trying to distract you. Trying to distract you. You're going to be distracted? So we're going to say to them, hush! Tell them hush them out. What's that? Tell them hush them out. Your government, it has worked. Your government is at work. And let me point out tonight what your government has done thus far. A lot of tremendous work. When we got in there, and it's only 7 months, we had to stabilize the banks here in St. Kitts-Nevis. Development Bank was in shambles. But don't worry, it is stable now, and that is the message. Money missing left, right, and center, and the bank cannot even supply the students with their student loans. That is what took place here under them in this country. Look at what happened. Hardly any flights were coming into St. Kitts. People couldn't get from Trinidad, Barbados up to St. Kitts. People couldn't get from Barbados and Puerto Rico into St. Kitts. People couldn't get from St. Vincent and Grenada into St. Kitts. But since your good Labour government is in, you can travel to Barbados and other parts of the Caribbean. That is what we have delivered for you. Your good Labour government continues to deliver for you. But we are not going to leave it there, because we understand that the people would have had their difficulties and their struggles over the time. We understand that on the campaign trail, we said that we want the people of St. Kitts-Nevis to work for some more money. Didn't we say that? We understand that you have difficulties at times. And that is why this government is spending over $250 million to make sure that you are kept afloat. Every month, you see electricity bill. The government is paying what you call the FBC for you, valuing thousands of dollars so we can keep your electricity bill down. I want you to know also that we have delivered a significant number of jobs for the people here in St. Kitts-Nevis. You who have received your job, let the people know that you have received your job under your strong and good Labour government. We have delivered for you. We have made sure that when it comes to inflation or the cost of goods, that St. Kitts-Nevis is possibly the lowest in the OECS when it comes to inflation. That means that the cost of goods are some of the lowest in the OECS in terms of percentage increase. That is because your government is working to make sure that we temper prices. Put your hands together for your good government. They can't do it like us. They can't do it like us. The World Bank the other day put out some statistics, and they're saying that St. Kitts-Nevis is now rising to be #1 again in the OECS. And not only the OECS, but the whole Caribbean, because we want to be #1 also in the Caribbean. Hurting them bad. Hurting them bad. Look at what the IMF has said about St. Kitts-Nevis economy. The economy is strong because when we came back in, we made sure that we made the necessary steps to create a strong economy. The first thing we did was to open up St. Kitts-Nevis again. And we tell people we are open for business. Can you imagine that the government had St. Kitts-Nevis under COVID restrictions when they were not necessary? Because they wanted to keep us down because an election was looming. But look at what happened. As soon as we got in, we opened up the country and the economy started to boom and boost and grow. And that is why St. Kitts-Nevis is on the way again to be #1 here in the Caribbean region. That's under your good Labour government.
This government good. Wait, this government nice. Good government.
All the talk they're talking. I said to them that St. Kitts-Nevis will have one of the best healthcare systems here in the Caribbean. And we are on our way to that. Just to bring an announcement to you, you heard me speak about the specialists who are supposed to be coming. Already 4 specialists are here. And we are expecting the 5th one on the 28th of April. So that when we say we're going to deliver good health care for the people of St. Kitts-Nevis, we not just talk. We not just talk. We are delivering, and this is less than a year in office. And a matter of fact, we are just about 8 or 9 months delivering for you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. And one of the specialists that we are bringing is a neurologist. A neurologist is a nerve doctor. A neurologist is a doctor who treats people with strokes. And we know that we have an increase in strokes in St. Kitts-Nevis. Even among young people, we are seeing strokes. We have people here who are suffering from headaches and need to see a specialist. People who have seizures and need epilepsy, or what you call fits, and they need to see a specialist. And today, for the first time, or yesterday rather, for the first time, a neurologist has landed to work at the JNF hospital to treat our people with strokes and headaches and stress and seizures and neurological problems. First time in St. Kitts. That's under your good Labour government. We also brought a doctor who is an internal medicine specialist with concentration in ICU. Because we know that we need the support in the ICU so that when our people go to the ICU, they can have access to specialist care as well. For the first time in St. Kitts, we are bringing that service to you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. And it doesn't matter if you're PAM, Unity, whatever. This service is for all of the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. In just 8 months, your Labour government has delivered for you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis.
This government good. Wait, this government nice. Good government.
That is why when I say that we are going to create the best healthcare system, this is what I'm talking about. But the other thing I want to top it off on before I move on from health, and the reason why I speak about health is that they want to make big song and dance about health, and they left the hospital in shambles. They left healthcare in shambles. They left the system in shambles. And now we have to come in and clean it up. And they want us to clean it up in less than a year. Well, tell all of them, hush, your government is at work. Let your government work. In less than a year, we already secure $50 million to build our brand new state-of-the-art hospital. Your government is delivering. And that is why we tell them, hush, your government is at work.
Every person must work. Whoa, work.
And all this in less than a year. All this in less than a year. Comrades, citizens, when it comes to the economy, when it comes to our financial services, we had to work hard to make sure that we put back this economy on the right footing so that you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, can be served and be served properly with respect to your economics and finances. That is why you heard the Minister of Investment, Senior Minister, the Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas. We are speaking with multiple of investors. They want to come back to St. Kitts because we have reestablished and cleaned up the name of our country. And so they want to come back in. Every minute investors come in. They want to build a hotel. They want to build a factory. They want to do this. They want to do that. And that is why I say economically we are putting the building blocks together to make sure once again St. Kitts and Nevis can be number one. And when they talk about construction, when they talk about construction, Comrade Leon, Ambassador Leon, spoke about it very well. And he said there are over $300 million to be invested in infrastructure. The hospital alone is about $60 million. We have secured just for this year $50 million US. So put that together, that's 132 million EC dollars. We now make joke. This is seriousness. When you look at the school that we are going to build, you're talking about tens of millions of dollars once again. The road in St. Peter's and other road works, tens of millions of dollars again. And this is all I have to say to the people. When we reach in there, we met nothing. No plan for St. Peter's Road. No plan for the hospital. No plan for water. No plan for housing. No plan for the school. $14 million to more dirt. And they forward saying that Labour is supposed to do that in 7 months. And tell them, hush, the government is at work. What we are doing is building the foundation on which we will establish all of these. We are building the foundation. There should be lockup, right? We are building the foundation on which all of this will be delivered to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis and to the people of constituency number 8. And that is why I'm saying, by the first year of this government, we would have achieved more than they would have achieved in the 7 years that they were in office. We would have break-in for hospital, break-in for schools, housing, water, electricity, and other infrastructural development. This economy is set to take off. Last night, I hope you listened to when we had our awards ceremony at Marriott, at Royal St. Kitts, And at Jacta, that is traditionally known, I said something that while I was in Washington, an economist came to see me. And he said to me, Dr. Drew, St. Kitts is best positioned in the Caribbean to take off. He said, I just had to find you. He said, St. Kitts has all that it takes for a country to take off. And I come here to tell you that you have to continue that path. There's no other Caribbean country that is in a position like St. Kitts. And that is why you see we are meticulous about building that foundation on which this country will take off and become number one again and become an example for all the other countries throughout the Caribbean. And that is why I'm proud of all the members of cabinet. The A-team is delivering. Look at each of them in their respective ministry. They are delivering for you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. And that is why we said in the last election that you're not just electing a political party to run a government. You are electing an A-team with competent, accomplished people who can deliver for you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. And they are doing that in just short 8 months. Put your hands together for the A-team. That is why I said the economy is going to boost. But I want to ask the people of St. Kitts and Nevis to let us work hard together. Let us dream together. And let us accomplish together the sustainable island state. A self-sufficient country. This is not a pipe dream. If it were not achievable, I would not have spoken about it. But it is very achievable. And that is why I'm saying that you should join us. It is better for our people in St. Kitts and Nevis to work for more money than just to get a handout. I want you to listen to me carefully. It's better that our workers get a livable wage that they used to talk about than a handout. And that is why we are saying tonight that we have to increase the minimum wage so that you can work for more and have more money in your pocket. That is how you build wealth. That is how you build wealth. Sometimes when somebody wants to give you a handout, they might tell you yes today and not tomorrow. But when it's in your wages, they cannot touch it as they like because you have legal rights that protect you with respect to that. That is why we are so adamant that we want our people to work and for people to be remunerated accordingly. But we are not just leaving it there in helping you to build wealth. We also want you to be extremely well educated because only an educated people and workforce can deliver here in St. Kitts and Nevis. That is why college is free. That is why high school is free. That is why we want to reintroduce the one-to-one laptop program and give every child access to the internet and to the World Wide Web and to technology in a responsible way. And that is why I have said to the Minister of Education that St. Kitts and Nevis must now be one of the first countries to make preschool education comprehensive and accessible to all children between 3 and 5 years of age. That is the kind of country we want to build. But we don't only want to do it in that way. We want to also develop our vocational areas of studies. What if you have people who want to be electricians and plumbers and want to be technicians and so forth? We must give them the opportunity to accomplish what they want to accomplish. This is what the Labour government is about. So when you hear them talking, you just say to them, hush, your government is at work.
Tell them hush them up. What's that? Tell them hush them up. Why they have to...
That is why we also want you to build wealth by becoming homeowners. It's wealth we want you to build. Wealth that you can pass on to the next generation. And that is why we are going to invest in housing. Because the more houses and real estate that our people can have access to is the more wealth that you can build. No matter where you come from, you should have access to a piece of land and a home. If you work hard and that is your desire, you should have access to that. That should not be just for some and not for you. And that is why we have decided that in this term, we want to build at least 2,400 houses for our people. And you have heard the Minister of Housing speak to that. Your competent Minister of Housing. Put your hands together for him as well. Your team is at work. And for you, the people of constituency number 8, I want to say to you what is coming to you and what have been coming for you. Thus far, we have delivered for the people of constituency number 8 a significant number of jobs. It is just that when people get their job, sometimes they don't speak about it. But we have delivered a significant number of jobs for our young people especially. But we have not excluded people of middle ages and those who are our seniors. Because as I've said before, that to build a country, you need young, middle age, and the elders so that together we can work to build the type of country we need. And we should not exclude anybody from nation building. All hands on deck. And that is why we need equity between men and women. Women should have their opportunities. Men should have their opportunities. We should not give one opportunities at the expense of the other. Because, you know, as I've said before, when man and woman work together is the best combination you can have to build a country. And that is why all should have equal access and if not equal access, should have equitable opportunities. And you know what they said about St. Kitts-Nevis? That we are on the right path. And so in constituency number 8, we have delivered that. But here in St. Peter's, as the Minister of Infrastructure told you, we are going to deliver the roads for the people of constituency number 8, specifically here in St. Peter's. What we are putting together, again, is the framework on which we are going to do that. I want to say also to you, the people of St. Peter's, that we will deliver a significant number of houses for you as well, because you have asked for houses. The health center that is up here is to be completed. You see how they left the health center? We are going to complete that health center. We are going to make sure that we upgrade the playing field as well. And we are doing the work, putting the works together to get that done. And for the people of Upper Monkey Hill. Is Upper Monkey Hill here tonight? For the people of Upper Monkey Hill. For the people of Upper Monkey Hill, we are going to finish that project that we started in 2013 to clean up Upper Monkey Hill. We are going to terminate it and complete it this year during 2023. So that is coming for the people of Upper Monkey Hill. And the other issue for the people of Upper Monkey Hill is the issue of lands. And I've said to the Minister of Sustainable Development, and I've spoken to the PS Shez of constituency number 8 for sustainable development, that the lands in Upper Monkey Hill, the people had been living there from as far as I can remember, from the late 1800s and the early 1900s. And they do not have the title to the lands in Upper Monkey Hill. And we are going to deliver the title for the lands in Upper Monkey Hill for the residents of Upper Monkey Hill. We need to end the landlessness that exists up there. It's up there from. I know how we go. We need to get it resolved. That is what we are going to do. Our people must have access to the land. Just like the people in Lagreet. Exactly. Up in Stapleton, wherever we find our people living for a long period of time without title. Up in Lagreet as well. That is being done. We are delivering for the people of constituency number 8 and the people of Upper Monkey Hill and St. Peter's. Look at what we are going to do in Connery. In Connery, what are we going to do for the Connery people? Is Connery here tonight? Is Connery here tonight? Connery, your playing field will start this year. We already did the plans for it. And right now we are at the stage of the bill of quantities. And we are now going to send it out to tender so that this year the Connery playing field in terms of the pavilion will start, something that the Connery people have yearned for a lot of years. Comrades, over the last 7 years, they said they're going to deliver a pavilion to the Connery people. You know what they deliver? A white pontoon. A white pontoon. And they said that is Connery Stadium. If you doubt me, go over on the Connery playing field and you will find that. The other thing that we are delivering for Connery is that we have decided that nobody in Connery should have any outside toilet. We're going to get rid of all the outside toilet and everybody in Connery should have access to what we call the water carrying system that we're going to deal with. And we're going to touch the landfill. You know, they were talking about moving, We're going to touch the landfill. And what we are going to do down there is that we are going to start recycling in collaboration with the Taiwanese. Just the other day, the minister sent me the new generator that was brought in for the incinerator. We are going to be doing significant work down on the landfill. And so, Connery, we are also going to deliver houses for you. Getting prepared to start a housing development in Connery, something that the people of Connery will be proud of. Put your hands together for the people of Connery. This is what you call delivery. Delivery for the people. And we're not going to stay there. We're going to Keys. And in Keys, we want to make sure that the community center is once again done. We are going to deliver houses for the people in Keys. And the playing field in Keys, I will tell you tonight, is being targeted for what we call beach sports here in St. Kitts-Nevis. So in Keys, we are going to develop it for beach volleyball, beach football, anything beachy, you will be able to go to Keys and participate in those sports. Put your hands together for Keys. That is what you call progress. That is what you call advancement. And that is why I'm saying to them that they can't stop labor. The more they talk is the more we walk. The more they talk is the more we walk. And that is why we say to them, hush, your government is at work.
We're coming in stronger than ever. We're coming in stronger than ever. We're coming in stronger than ever.
And we're not going to leave Keyon out, Keyon Atlas. One of the biggest issues that Keyon has is the water problem. And we delivered. But we ain't done yet because the problem is not 100% solved. We do better than them. For 7 years, they did hardly anything when it comes to water in the Green Valley area. As a matter of fact, they did nothing except lip service. Talk, and no delivery. Men and men come home from work in Keyon and can't get a bath. Hear that, You right? Men and men come home in Keyon and can't wash their clothes because no water they month, Friday, Saturday, no Sunday. All the days on the weekend without water. And talking. But in a short few months, we strive to make sure that at least once a day, the people in Keyon must have running water. Your government had to go and buy water in order to free up water for the Keyon area and other areas here in St. Kitts-Nevis. Water is essential. Water is life. Water is essential. And water is life. Thank you, Comrade Leon. And that is why I am saying that we have done more in less than a year for the people of Keyon when it comes to water than that government that was in for 7 years. And they want to talk. They should not be talking. We are getting ready to drill for more water in Keyon. And in addition to that, we are getting ready to start a desal plant that should supply 3 million gallons of water per day for you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. That is why we say to them, hush, your government is at work.
They're just talking, empty talking. Every day they're just talking. I wouldn't mind if they had a little something to show why they're always talking.
Talking, and not delivering. Talking, and no delivery. See the delivery man here? They ain't got a trophy to show. 7 years and no trophy to show. Labor in for 7-8 months. And Labor trophy big. And we just get started. We just coming out the blocks. That is why I said they can't stop Labor. Comrades, citizens, as it getting late, I want to touch on one other issue. And that is the issue of the good name of St. Kitts-Nevis. The first heads of government meeting, I did not go to it. I sent Comrade Samuel Duggins, the delivery man. That is why I tell you, this is a good team, Imagine I, as the Prime Minister, could stay home and choose anybody to go represent St. Kitts at the heads of government. And the report I get from the other Prime Ministers is that they're good, Dr. Joe, your team, good. Any of them can show up anywhere and represent St. Kitts-Nevis in a proper way. When we show up to meetings, they are saying to me, well, where St. Kitts was? St. Kitts, you're back? For 7 years, you had ambassadors showing up to meeting, and all they're doing at the meeting is sleeping. No contribution to make. Men showing up on meeting, and before they participate, they concentrated on snacking. No meaningful contribution to make. You all remember when COVID hit? St. Kitts-Nevis is supposed to be the lead in CARICOM when it comes to healthcare matters. And when COVID hit, you couldn't hear the Prime Minister of St. Kitts-Nevis. Another Prime Minister had to carry the weight. No wonder the people in the region is saying, a good they gone. No representation for the people of the Caribbean. And that is why I'm saying tonight that the name of St. Kitts-Nevis is back, not only locally, but regionally and internationally. In just 7 to 8 months, your government has delivered for you.
Me no know about you, but me love St. Kitts bad. Me no know what them a talk about. When them say St. Kitts mad.
I tell them, you know, St. Kitts small, but we tell her. When I showed up on my first international regional trip, I said international regional because we were meeting with an international bank in the region, in Barbados. And we were the first to sign the MOU with the African Bank. And you all remember when they tried to come in Parliament to disrespect the African Bank. But when they realized how serious the African Bank is, they had to pedal back and all the nonsense they were chatting. That is why I say St. Kitts-Nevis is back. The first to sign the MOU. St. Kitts-Nevis did not only stay there, but we went to the symposium on crime in Trinidad. And the keynote speaker, of course, was a Kittitian, Dr. Isben Williams. And I, of course, had to represent from that perspective and that high-level meeting dealing with crime and violence here in the Caribbean region. St. Kitts-Nevis, we're back. When it comes to international agency, any of them, you can see traveling the world, talking about energy, talking about sustainable development, talking about agriculture, talking about tourism. And when you talk about tourism, you have to talk about the Honorable Marsha Henderson. Imagine her up and down talking about she's traveling. Imagine you had a minister in the last government travel to Dubai. Before he got to do the people work, the man in Dubai riding camel. But each time Honorable Marsha travels, she bring back plane, she bring back boat, she bring back people and money in the economy. Put your hands together for your Minister of Tourism, working hard.
Action.
Just 7 months.
Action.
The Minister of Housing just come back from Argentina. And a big housing conference. And that is why he is saying to you with confidence that he will deliver the houses for you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. Put your hands together for your Minister of Housing who will deliver.
Action. So we. Action. So we.
Your Minister of Technology, Infrastructure, Energy, Public Works. You heard him tonight. He's traveling the world because he's going to bring an e-government to St. Kitts-Nevis. In addition to that, he's going to bring renewable energy. In addition to that, he's going to bring roads. Put your hands together for your competent Minister of Infrastructure, Water, etc. Because he's bringing energy, water, and all of this development.
Action. So we. Action. So we.
And you're a delivery man. You're a delivery man. You're a delivery man. The man who is going to bring agriculture to the next level here in St. Kitts-Nevis. His first regional travel was to deal with agriculture. And he spoke to you about the greenhouses that he'll be bringing back to St. Kitts-Nevis. He spoke to you about 25, where we want to cut our imports by 25% by 2025. That's a man who is delivering. He talks about small business and he has established a small business ministry. He talks about the creative economy and he's getting ready to launch his performing arts center, which he'll talk about more. I sent him to Dubai. I said, Minister, you have to go to Dubai. And I'm sending you to Dubai to bring back the Performing Arts Center. And he's a delivery man. And he brought it back. Put your hands together for your Minister, Honorable Samuel Duggins.
Action. So we. Action.
And Comrade Nato. Ambassador Nato. Advisor Nato. when I needed to negotiate the $50 million for the hospital, guess who I call? And guess who answer on one ring? And guess who deliver in 2 days? And put your hands together for your ambassador.
Action. So we don't be the girl them broke out. Action.
And your senior minister. Your Minister of Foreign Affairs. He spoke to you tonight. When we got in power, our office, as Congress was saying, they said we had a leadership race and this and that and all kind of things. And cabinet this and cabinet that. And this is our foreign minister who travels the world on our behalf. And this week, he has brought the world to St. Kitts-Nevis. How is it a country that is only 68 square miles big can bring so many countries from the United Nations here in St. Kitts-Nevis? That's what you call delivery. That's what you call delivery. Put your hands together for your foreign minister who has delivered.
Action. So we don't be the girl them broke out. Action. So we don't be.
So comrades, citizens, you see that sheet I presented tonight? Sometimes we don't talk enough, because we are doing a lot of work and we must tell the people what we have done. Look at all that work. We pay honorarium, double salary, dividend. In less than a year. 3 VAT days and the next VAT day coming up next year. Never before. Next week. Oh, this week. This week, Friday. VAT day again. And the dividend is based on how we're doing the CBI. So I will speak to that later on. But we delivered for you. But what I really want to deliver is the minimum wage. Because I know once you get that and you got more money in your pocket, that is a more sustainable way of delivering money to you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. In less than a year, your government has done all of this. Till the World Bank is saying St. Kitts is now number 2 in the whole Caribbean region. We have passed Barbados. And we're heading to number 1. And that could have only been possible under your strong Labour government. And that is why you need to tell them, hush, the government is at work. And so, comrades, I just want to say to you tonight that we love you. We appreciate your support. You did the right thing by electing this administration into government. We will deliver for you. We have been delivering for you. We ask you to continue to talk the good name of Labour. We ask you to tell people when they talk, tell them to support Labour. We ask you to tell them that Labour is the best thing for St. Kitts-Nevis. Tell them that Labour is the best thing for the region, the Caribbean region. And tell them Labour is the best thing to represent us on the international level. And that is why I'm saying to you tonight, that we have delivered, we will deliver, and we'll continue to deliver for all of you. And as we march, and as we go towards Labor Day, I'm asking you to come out in your numbers. Come out in your numbers on Labor Day. Walk with your placards. Let your placards reflect what the government has done for you and your country. Don't be quiet anymore. Talk up. Talk up. Let them hear you because you have a lot of things to talk about. So on Labor Day, let's come out. Let's march for progress, advancement, and march with your good Labour administration. Thank you. Thank you. Good night, and God bless all of you.